Number 29 is also a simplify, but instead of a rational expression with exponents, we've got cube roots with exponents. So the first thing I'm going to do is turn these into from radical notation to rational or fractional exponent notation. So a cubed times b to the 1/3 power, and then that's going to be times 64a to the 4th b squared to the 1/3 power. And I'm going to go ahead and distribute the 1/3 inside this parentheses, so that's going to be a to the 1, b to the 1/3, and then times, before I distribute this 1/3, I'm going to change this to 4 cubed a to the 4th b squared all to the 1/3. So now I'm going to have a b to the 1/3 times 4 to the 1 power a to the 4/3 times b to the 2/3. So if I have an expression with the same base, to multiply them I add the exponents, but this is a to the 1. I'm going to change this to a to the 3/3, so I have a common denominator here. So now I'm going to get 4. 3/3 plus 4/3 is a to the 7/3, and then 1/3 plus 2/3 is to the 1, so that's b. Now, I think that's a perfectly fine answer, but the A&M Math Department wants us to do these couple of more steps. So we're going to call this 4a to the 6/3 times b to the 1 times a to the 1/3. So we're going to reduce this fraction to 2, so 4a squared b, and then change this back to radical notation for the a to the 1/3, so that'd be the cube root of a. So we'll go check their answer, and they come up with 4a squared b times the cube root of a. And if you just want the answer, you can stop here, but I'm going to show you how to simplify this in the calculator. So control nth root, put in a 3, tab a to the 3rd power b, and break out of that, and cube root, get inside the cube root, 64 a to the 4th times b squared. So a to the 4th, break out of the exponent, b squared. And they come up with the answer that I prefer, and if you want to check to make sure that that's the same equivalent answer as what the answer key gives you, you can do 4a squared b, and we need to put in a times, then we're going to put in cube root of a. And it says true, so we know they're equivalent answers. Now, you may wonder, we were able to put in cube root, and it was implied multiplication. The calculator put in that time sign. And doing this, I found the following. So there's the simplification again in the calculator. And if we go grab this answer, do equals, and we say 4a squared b, and we don't put in the times sign, and we assume that the calculator would take this as implied multiplication, we kind of get this bizarre expression here, 4b root a comma 3 times a squared, and I think it's assuming that b is an expression or something. So when we do this to get it right, we had to put in the times sign between the b and the cube root, even though if it's cube root, it takes it as implied multiplication. So that concludes this video.